welcome back to another episode of The Soul of Generation X. As we move further into the summertime, things are starting to really, as we would say, get hotter in more ways than one. Back with me again is my partner, my co-host, Lenny. Lenny, how you doing out there, man?
I'm doing outstanding, my brother. Glad to be back with you. Thank you for having me once again.
You are very welcome. You are always welcome to the soul. You are a part of the soul of Generation X. It is really starting to heat up across the nation, across the world. Some things that we spoke about last week. But before we jump into that, what's going on leisure? Anything going on fun? You taking any trips?
Leisurely. Actually, I took a trip to Monaco. I actually didn't go to Monaco. I watched Monaco on TV, wishing I could be there.
Monaco. Okay.
Wishing I could be there in Monaco. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. But you must, I think you got to have a yacht to go to Monaco. A lot of money. So
you have to have a yacht?
Yeah. All I saw was a bunch of yachts.
So you sold a lot of money. You sold your yacht?
Yeah.
You gotta buy it. You gotta buy it back, right?
Yeah, I need to buy it back, right?
You need to buy it.
But I was actually, this is pretty funny. I was just relaxing with a nice drink in my hand and sitting on the couch and went on YouTube and was watching there's this airline channel where you can watch planes land and take off from different parts of the world. Okay. So I got kind of interested and started watching. I like watching planes take off and flying and all that good stuff. So I was taking to different airports and different places around the world. So ended up in Monaco. So got a chance to see it from a bird's eye view. And it was pretty neat. So just different vacation spots all over the world, even though I probably couldn't afford to go to Monaco right now, but still nice to think about it and travel on the YouTube TV and watch it. So yeah, I'm just sitting there with a drink in hand and watching the landings and takeoffs of these big, nice Boeing 777 Airbuses and 747s just landing and taking off different places all around the world. So that's my little getaway trip. So yeah, I have been around the world.
So you got caught up in what we call one of those YouTube wormholes. Started out, you didn't think you were gonna get into it, and then 2 hours later, you on your 56th video.
Yes, for 3 hours I watched it. And
3 hours.
Fell asleep watching it. Woke up. It was
man. Yeah, so, that's one of those. Yep, one of those YouTube wormholes. You went down one of them worm. Everybody does it with something. And nothing wrong with that.
Actually, it's pretty good though. I kind of enjoyed it. All the different planes, all over the world. So when I get ready to take my flight out of the country, I know how long it's going to take. And what airline I want to fly on. So
yeah, that's I get caught up in YouTube wormholes all the time. Not hating on you, not making fun of you. It's just amazing what we get caught up in. Sometime, I start watching. I like to watch cooking. Sometime I'm watching people making donuts, and that's bad to do. Watching the desserts, and before you know it, hour and a half later, I'm on street desserts in Thailand, street desserts in New York. So I know. So yeah, man, that's great. I mean, good. Just simple, innocent fun. And we definitely need that these days. For what we are waking up to every morning in this country, and as of recent, last weekend we woke up to, I guess you say, something that we actually had discussed in a past episode, the situation that we heard about over in Iran.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that was something I believe. I believe even you spoke about that or mentioned that in the last episode.
yeah.
Do you remember? Can you
Yeah,
recall?
yeah. That they were gonna drop some bombs on Iran, and they did that this past weekend. Donald Trump and his crackpot team of
Hmm.
misfits
Misfits. Yeah.
decided to unprovoked bomb three mountains in Iran
Hmm.
to try and destroy the nuclear capabilities of the Iranians. Now, I don't get into semantics of it. My thing is if one country can have a bomb, anybody can buy one, have one. Okay, I mean that. I know that we hear, oh, we don't want Iran to get it. We don't want, but who are we as Americans to dictate who gets what, who bombs who? We bombed the hell out of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and those people still feeling the ramifications of that today. So, I don't want to get in that hypocritical. We're better than you with a bomb, okay? Because we're not.
Right.
But
Hmm.
to for the president to attack a country that did not provoke us into attack, we weren't being invaded. We weren't being threatened in any kind of way to attack them. Whether you like Iran or you don't like Iran, that's a different subject. But when you attack a country, that has not provoked an attack, it's kind of hard to square it up. And then you couple that with a lie stating that we totally destroyed,
Hmm.
we obliterated them,
Obliterated. Yeah. Hmm.
unsubstantiated. Okay, nothing. How can you even assess that in less than 24 hours? Okay, you have to have inspectors to go in there and inspect what you did. It was dead wrong and absurd for Donald Trump to come out and say we totally obliterated the nuclear capabilities of Iran, which, after some further digging and investigation, it was not totally obliterated. It only set
Right.
them back for a few months, according to some reports in the New York Times and other outlets.
Hmm.
So to be baited into the war by Bibi, and I say Bibi Netanyahu. Now, there was a Bibi we grew up with in the
Hmm.
neighborhood, but not that Bibi. This is
Oh, okay.
Bibi
Right.
Benjamin Netanyahu, who coaxed or convinced our government to get involved in a war that we should not have gotten involved in.
Yes.
So,
Hmm.
shout out to the military that carried out the mission. That's great. But when you're dealing with an incompetent commander in chief, a traitor, a coward,
Hmm.
and then you got guys like Pete Hegseth and Cash Patel and all these other crackpots trying to Stephen Miller, I can't
Misfits.
forget him.
Who's that?
Calling the shots on for the American military
Hmm.
is shameful and it's a disgrace.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And
So
and I was wondering also too, Lenny. Uh, you're talking about this attack. Something that they seem to skip over, but I'm gonna call him your pseudo president. He did this without congressional approval.
yes, he did.
And is this a result or his doings of because of the immunity that I can just that was granted to him by Supreme Court that I can just go and call an airstrike when I want to, and we'll discuss it later. You know.
Well, no, not this. This is not directly from that disastrous ruling. I can't even say disastrous ruling from that ruling that the Supreme Court put down, and we'll get into that a little bit. But no, this was him and his cohorts and his bands of thugs in his administration just basically say, you know what, screw you, Congress. We're going to do what we want to do.
Right,
We're going
right,
to go and we're going to just bomb the hell out of a country who pose no threat to us. All right,
right,
who did
right.
not
Yeah.
attack us. So we're just going to do it because Bibi Netanyahu of Israel
Netanyahu.
convinced me to do it.
Right,
So now,
right.
so now there's peace, but there was no peace because as soon as he said it, Israel was continuing to drop bombs on Iran. All right.
Hmm.
So Iran, in retaliation to what we did, they shot some bombs and rockets over toward our
Hmm.
military bases over there.
Yeah.
Nobody got
They
hurt.
attacked.
Nobody got killed.
Right, 2 or 3 bases.
But and then for your president and America's dictator to get up there and say, "Oh, the news people don't know what they're talking about. We
Hmm.
obliterated them." Blah blah blah. And then he
Hmm.
drops the f bomb,
Yeah,
because he's frustrated
yeah.
because he was caught in a lie. You know, and
I mean, also what you. I mean, but don't you think this is stemming off of being given the immunity that I can do what I want? I mean, I know it wasn't directly, but this is stemming off of I can do what I want to do, and we'll discuss it later. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I
well,
mean, even just it's because
yeah,
think if
he's been
he,
emboldened. Let's cut. Let's
yeah,
not
he's
even.
been,
We'll cut to the chase. He's been emboldened
yeah,
by
he's
some of the Supreme Court decisions to
yeah, this
do
is
whatever the
another
hell he
fault of the
wants to do.
Supreme Court. Yeah, this is another fault of the Supreme Court. Everything he does.
So
Yeah, I mean,
he's kind of reckless. Not kind of. He is reckless.
beyond
And
reckless.
so my thing is with this whole bombing of Iran. No one. I don't think anybody. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't think they have that kind of capability to think past their noses. But I don't think anybody took into consideration that we bombed a country who has not provoked us, who has
Right,
not attacked us in any kind of way.
right.
So now you've awakened sleeper cells.
Hmm.
And for you people who out there who don't know what a sleeper cell is, it's someone who's always lurking in the shadows, waiting on you to F up,
Hmm.
and bam, here they come.
Hmm.
It's like a terrorist organization that's in your country. They
Hmm.
could be your neighbors. They could be
Yep.
your doctor. They could be your policeman. They could be the guy that's bagging your groceries down at the local supermarket.
Yep.
Okay? Sleeper cells.
That's it.
All right. And these are the ones who are committing suicide bombings,
Hmm.
who are taking trucks full of fertilizer and brake fluid and lighting them in front of federal buildings. Okay? These are the ones who are practicing pilots,
Get a
get in a
flight,
plane
flight,
and yeah,
flight
yeah,
instruction.
flight
Yeah, like we
instructors.
dealt with before.
Yeah, crash right into a building. These are the ones that show up at sporting events. Who was a janitor at a sporting event, but all of a sudden you got a mass killing.
Mm.
So these are the
Yeah.
sleeper cells we're talking about. All right, and listen, they listen. These countries understand that America's too strong to fight in the air and on the ground and technology. So they go to conventional stuff, conventional warfare. They slip people in your country to cause terror, to cause people to live in fear, for you not to go out, for you to stay isolated. And once you do that, they've gotten you. They've achieved their goals of keeping you afraid. So I don't think that they really calculated that this could happen. And by the way, let me tell you, don't be fooled, folks. For all you people that are listening to us right now, don't be fooled. This is not over. This
No,
is not over.
I wish it was.
Don't think that they're just going to let this slide. Oh, you bombed the hell out of us and this and that. We shot a few more rockets, but this is not over. Trust me.
And the really part that gets me is that this has opened up another situation for our military and all the young men and women that are some graduating high school, just joining the Army, Marines, Air Force,
Yeah.
and some who've been in there. Your pseudo president has now opened up a can of worms to send our young male and female soldiers back into a war for no reason.
Right.
And this really, really sticks me hard. Um, I have a family that are still in the military. My youngest son is out, which I'm so glad. Um, he has been out now about 3, 4 years. But that still, it upsets me that these young folks and the military in general are going to have to possibly get into an Afghanistan situation again for no reason
Correct.
a from somebody who skipped the military with a bone spur 4 times, did not even make an attempt to join the military, made every attempt not to join the military. And he is, well, not him, but he just his group, his cronies have possibly pulled us into another bad situation that we dealt with Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And that really, really has been bothering me all week.
Yeah. And you know
It's really bothered me all week.
and you know the tough thing about it is that with this guy in charge of the military, you know these guys that serve, if they're still young enough, they could be called back for this to the service at any time. At any time, they can be called back. He has that authority to call them back. You call them back because they have the experience, because they need manpower, and it's sad that and I understand that's what people sign up for. All right, that's what they sign up for, and this it doesn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be this way. All right, and there's a lot of factors that went into what we're talking about and how we got here, and we've been over that for weeks and weeks. But this current situation, where Benjamin Netanyahu actually convinced Donald Trump to drop bombs on Iran, who had not provoked the United States, had not made threats to him. They did tell him, "Listen, if you bomb us, we're gonna retaliate." Okay, anybody in their right mind would say that. Okay, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. That's basically what they said. So, and this opened up a whole can of worms. So now you could possibly have sleeper cells planning an attack here on American soil. You can have that. Well, my thing, I just don't want people to be um, because you cannot trust this administration. You can't. Don't be fooled,
Right.
people. They'll lie to you in a minute. They're a bunch of liars. Let's just call it what it is. Don't be naive. Don't fall for the okie doke.
Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, Lenny. So, what do you have first for us on your list tonight?
Well, you covered a good part of it. um, well, I just want to just touch on something that we did a few weeks ago about the shipping, the containers and the shipping that is coming to the west coast of the United States. So, I don't know if you've been keeping up with it, folks, but the last couple of weeks, China and the USA agreed to framework, a framework, and negotiate about the tariffs. So actually, before they, let me put it like Donald Trump say we'll pause for 90 days. So there's another 90-day pause, which ends on August the 12th. Okay. So August the 12th,
Okay.
this is when the tariffs of 50 and 50% supposed to kick in for the goods coming from China. So what has happened now, all the companies and big corporations have played flood on the markets for ships coming from China to the US. So there's an uptick of containers and goods coming from China trying to meet that August 12th deadline to the United
Mm-hmm.
States. Ed Zorka, the CEO of the LA ports, have said they've seen a 6% increase in cargo. So that
Increase?
means, yeah, six
This
percent increase in cargo
60%
before
increase.
that
Okay.
August the 12th deadline.
Okay. Okay.
So, so corporations and businesses are rushing to get shipments over here. They're trying to rush their fall items, all the fall orders they have for Christmas and all the toys and everything.
Mm.
So there was like 46 ships waiting to get into the port of Los Angeles and Long Beach.
Okay.
So that's been consistently for the last 3 or 4 days. Ships are lining up and they're getting them in as fast as they can. So people, the good thing is people are back to work. Ships are, longshoremen are working. Ships
Mm-hmm.
are sailing. Goods are coming into the country. You got the trains running, truck drivers back to work. But that's only up until August the 12th, where you know your esteemed president could say, you know what, we're going to take it up to 50%,
Mm-hmm.
or he could say, I'll give it another 90 days. Me personally, as in his words, he doesn't
Mm-hmm.
hold the cards anymore. China
Okay.
holds all the cards. Okay, so I think if he wants to broker a deal, it's going to be on China's turn. So, but in the interim, it's
Mm-hmm.
good that the ships are flowing, goods are coming into the country, and all of this could have been, didn't even have to happen.
Right.
All because you have a narcissist, a total jackass,
Mm-hmm.
a egomaniac who could not stand. You know, it's like if you give your kid, he just likes to break stuff. All right,
Mm-hmm.
stuff could be running good. He could have a perfectly tuned engine, but he'll go throw a damn wrench in it and tear it up. That's his
Well,
mo.
yeah. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
done that.
he'll throw a wrench in a perfectly running 350 Chevy big block, humming like a sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
He'll take a damn wrench and throw right in and clank, clank. He'll throw a rod in it.
Well, especially if anything that President Obama created, uh, he's done that. We know that. It's just that's just ridiculous.
Right.
Um, just like he got rid of the group that was doing work uh, studying about viruses and
Oh yeah.
that group that I forgot the name of it that President Obama set up. They were studying
Yeah.
various types of viruses and antiviruses and all kind of. He got rid of that group, and then anything, So um, that's just him. That's really messed up.
It is messed up.
Really messed up. As I mean,
It's messed up because you create you create uncertainty, and people have
yeah,
bills to pay. All right.
yep,
People got
that's
truck
true.
payments to get done,
Hmm.
to take care of. People have
Yep.
house note to take care of. And while
Hmm.
you playing yo-yo politics with their lives, while you're
Hmm.
sitting your fat ass up in Mar-a-Lago on a golf cart playing
Hmm.
golf, all right, these people trying to figure out how they're gonna get this crap taken care of in their lives. Something that
Hmm.
he caused. All right,
Yeah.
folks, wake
Yeah.
up. He don't give a damn about you. He
No.
doesn't care about you and your situation. He's only concerned about him and how much money he can make off of you.
Hmm. That's it. No. No concern. No concern.
None at all. No concern. He don't care. All right. You mean nothing to him, nothing whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just
And it's
frustrating to tell you.
yeah, it's frustrating, But like I say, to the farmers, okay,
Hmm.
you voted for this, all right.
Yep,
You guys voted for this,
you
you know.
did.
To the people, to the women who voted for Trump, white women who voted for Trump. This is what
Hmm.
you get, all right. DI that affects you
Hmm.
more than anybody, all right.
Exactly. That's what it was created for
Yeah,
originally.
yeah,
It's not created for black and
yeah,
brown people.
yeah.
Yeah.
For all you people that was campaigning on Donald Trump, you
Hmm.
Hispanics, you blacks,
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
People getting deported. Hey, you know,
Hmm.
some you might not have voted for him, but somebody, enough people in your ethnic group voted for him. Okay, so this is what you get.
Yeah. This
You
is
get what you vote for.
you get what you vote for. Um, and to vote for, support this person continuously, even now. I heard one of our podcast buddies today on his show. He was saying, if you can vote for this person and support this again, or still continue to support after everything that we've been dealing with, from the ICE situation to, you are a lunatic yourself.
Yeah,
You join the lunatic boat with him.
yeah, yeah,
Um, there's no other way to describe it. And you need to go down with the ship.
yeah.
You need to be right there on the ship, like the captain. Go right down with it. You know,
And the thing about it, Isaac, is that his whole cabinet is a bunch of misfits, incompetent misfits,
mhm.
from Kennedy to Gabbard to Bondi,
Christy, no.
Noam, Hedseth, um, all of them, the whole Miller,
Mm.
all right, everybody, Cash Patel, all these are no, these either got criminal records or animal abusers, all right.
Oh, they've been on Fox multiple times, right?
On the couch, come off the couch, all
Hmm.
right. I mean, it's and then I can't put my name on it, but I'm gonna find it. The, the,
Hmm.
the kid, I'm gonna say he's a kid,
Oh
20,
yeah,
22-year-old kid
yeah.
who's in charge of counterterrorism in the
Is it?
United States.
Is he 22 or 28? Are you sure
20,
22?
28, he's in his 20s.
He's in his 20s.
Yeah.
Um, now, if I'm not mistaken, then didn't he resign today, or is this
That
something
must be
that,
breaking news.
something like that? There, because somebody, Stephanie Miller, and those were talking about that with, who was it? They were talking. They're saying that they believe he might have, the kitchen was getting too hot for him, and he might have come out of the kitchen. I don't know. We have to check on that and see. Uh, but then again, you never know. Everything with them, it could be something to throw people off. You know,
Yeah.
it might not be. That
Oh,
might not
he's
be the
22 years
case.
old.
Just
Thomas
22.
Fugate. All
Okay,
right.
that's his name.
Yeah. Thomas Fugate.
Okay.
Fugates. 22-year-old college grad with no security
Mm,
experience. He is now leading the government terror prevention team.
mm.
I mean,
That,
you know, what this guy was working in a grocery store. He was doing landscaping.
yeah, I heard
All
he was
right.
landscape. Yeah, right.
And see, this is what we're talking about, people. This is what we're talking about. you got a kid still wet behind the ears, milk around his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight up Poindexter nerd in charge of counter-terrorism.
Terrorism.
All right, let me tell you something. The only thing he's probably gotten close to is counter-terrorism is playing Battlestar Galactica or Mortal Kombat or
Mortal Kombat,
whatever they play on the video games now.
Yeah,
right.
On PS5.
Yeah, what are those games?
Oh gosh, I can't think of it at the moment.
Anyway, that's the closest he's ever probably got to any kind of warfare, any kind of counterterrorism. And Donald Trump, in his ignorance, I'm just saying like they said down in Georgia, his ignorant ass, put this guy, a 22-year-old kid, still wet behind the ears, milk around his mouth, in charge of protecting the United States from terrorists.
Yes.
Wow. He's a MAGA enthusiast.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty. I think that's what we're looking for.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty has various versions, and that's like what you're saying.
So his work experience was a landscaper
and Call of
grocery
Duty
clerk.
Grocery clerk and
never
Call of
worked
Duty.
a damn counterterrorism. He didn't even go through the police athletic league for sports or nothing. He never rode with a cop in a car.
Didn't ride along.
Yeah.
Never did a ride along.
But he's a big Trump supporter. And that's how he got the job.
So he probably come from a privileged background, I'm sure, right?
But I'm sure he has. But listen, you know the security clearance you have to get to get that spot.
Oh yeah.
So how in the hell a guy with no experience get that kind of security clearance?
He didn't get it. They just gave it to him. He didn't get it. Yeah, they gave it to him. That's another power of immunity. That's what.
I know when I worked with the Department of Defense.
Yeah.
The level of security I had to go through, the clearances that I had to get. Yeah. They went all the way back to my elementary school.
I can relate. Yes, sir. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Okay.
I know that well.
So they talked to people in the neighborhood that I grew up with. All right. This is not something that you just these people give you. Like a ticket like you getting on a ride at a damn fair or circus.
Yeah.
All right. This is hard.
But remember, Lee, this is a circus.
Yeah, remember? This is a circus. But it didn't used to be a circus where I want to get on this ride called the Spider, and they give me a ticket, and I get on it. Yeah. It didn't work like that.
But this remember, this is a circus. Yeah, that is. This is insane. What's going on? I mean, it gives you indigestion, heartburn, makes you nauseous, as you said last week.
Yeah,
everything, because we don't know what we're going to see the next day. But on that note, let's take a break, and we'll be right back with more of the Soul of Generation X.
You are listening to the Soul of Generation X, and you can find the Soul of Generation X on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, YouTube Podcast, and wherever you get your podcast. We thank you for tuning in, and please click that subscription button so that you'll be aware of all new shows and updates. You are listening to the Soul of Generation X, and you can find the Soul of Generation X on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, YouTube Podcast, and wherever you get your podcast.
Welcome back to the Soul of Generation X. We once again like just to say thank you for all our supporters and our subscribers. We really appreciate you. It's amazing to have people that believe in what you do. Lenny, got any? Have you heard any word from any of our international folks and listeners, fans?
Oh yeah, we're increasing our listeners weekly, and that's a good thing because not only across seas but here in the good old USFA, old red, white, and blue, and that's a good thing because we're here to lay it on the line, tell it like it is, no sugarcoating. Just be straight up with you about, it's not that we're anti this, anti that, but we're gonna call a spade a spade. And one thing about me, and I know Isaac the same way, doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican. If a Democrat was pulling this horse shit that we're going through right now, trust me,
we'd be
on them like white on rice.
White on rice. So yeah, that's a good point to make, man. Yes, we just trying to keep the peace. We're not out here, like say, preaching hate. We're just trying to bring it to you, let you sort it out, and that is a good segue into the third in my series actually my fourth in my series of how did we get to this point. And I'll just give the little quick opening. Once again, you hear everybody talking about, oh, Donald Trump, I hate Donald Trump, I can't stand Donald Trump. You hear all this, folks, it's not Donald Trump. We can holler that all day. He's a distraction. But so what I want to do is I want to break this down for everybody to understand. You didn't vote for Trump. You voted for the people that are controlling him, and they are far more dangerous than you think. You thought you voted for Trump, Donald Trump, but you actually voted for an empire of billionaires, corporations, and far-right think tanks that are using him as a distraction. Let's be real. Trump doesn't write policies. He doesn't pick the staff. He doesn't craft executive orders. He isn't smart enough to do that. Come on. Do you think he is? The guy is fourth graders that have more cognitive and academic skills than he does. You can just look at his business track record. Trump Airlines failed. Trump casinos bankrupt multiple times. Trump Steaks was a complete joke. Trump University, they shut down for fraud.
Yeah, his Bibles.
Bibles, Trump Vodka, Trump Mortgage, Trump Magazine, all flopped. Yet somehow this guy is running around and he is in control of the most powerful country in the world, which we should be ashamed of. But once again, no, he is not just the front man. The real power is in the hands of the three main groups that are bringing this horror to you. And those groups are the Heritage Foundation. That's the first one. The Heritage Foundation actually wrote the plan to dismantle democracy. That's the Heritage Foundation. They also created Project 2025, which is the blueprint the blueprint of horror, basically, I guess you could say, for removing worker protections, killing DEI programs, gutting education, and consolidating power, which we are seeing pretty much every day. They are choosing who will be in charge of every government agency, ensuring total control by this right-wing cold. And once again, I'm going to say you didn't vote for Donald Trump. Okay, the next one is the America First Policy Institute. They are the ones who are running his administration. They handpicked Trump's staff and his cabinet. He's just reading names. He's just reading a script. They wrote the first 300 executive orders for him to sign. Trump isn't writing policy. He's I don't even think he could actually write, Lenny. I really don't. I don't think he can write. The third and last group of horrors that we're dealing with is the AFPI. This is the third billionaire corporate interest group. They funded all oracles, Larry Ellison, Elon Musk, and other mega donors are paying for this power grab, as we say. Why? Because they want to remove worker protections. They want to crush our wages, and they want to create a workforce that can't fight back. They're bringing back company towns, which in reality are modern day slave camps. You can see things like this on oh gosh, what's the channel? It's a cable channel. But you can see a lot of documentaries on slave camps, company towns. Trump can't run a business, but you're thinking that he's running the country. He's not. He probably gets up at 10 o'clock every morning and goes down to McDonald's. But he's nothing but Trump is nothing but a loud, obnoxious distraction designed to manipulate people with fear and outrage. They picked him because he speaks to the uneducated and to the biased. They picked him, handpicked. They knew who they were picking. They knew he would rile up emotions and make people ignore facts and also worship his mega brand, which he profits from. Many of the things that he's created to make America great again are created and made in China, which that's another story. But by the way, you voted for an authoritarian empire, not Trump, an authoritarian empire. They don't care about democracy. They don't care about your rights. They don't care about you. They are stripping away all of what we need from worker protections, education, diversity, and democracy so that the billionaires can control every part of your life. Donald Trump is just a puppet for the much darker force that is running things behind the scenes. And the worst part about it is they made some of you cheer for it. So if this helps any, get Donald Trump out of your mind. Get that he's a distraction. Get him out of your mind. See what you need to do. Call your congressman. Go online, see what your congressman has on his agenda, what he's getting ready to vote for. You can go to the House of Representatives. You can go to the Senate websites. Stop. Don't even think about Donald Trump. Get him out of your. He brings anxiety. He brings anxiety and depression. He brings anxiety and depression to me. I have to push him to the side. So, if anything, to our listeners out there, heed what I said here. You can go back and rewind it. Maybe I'll put it in the show notes. Concentrate on those 3 entities that I brought to you there, and work on that. Work on that with your family, with your kids, with your friends, about the strategy we have to bring, or we need to bring in to bring them down. Get Donald Trump out of your mind, out of your mind, out of your sight. Stop with the heartburn, with the nauseousness that he brings. Some people have gotten really sick, really sick. Some people, I had to deal for the longest with anger for after he won the election myself for a few weeks, and it's tough. And I know you all know that feeling. You don't know what to do. You have to control yourself. You get the slightest thing to make you upset, make you angry. Because you start, I start thinking about my kids, my grandbabies, and it just gets me. I have to do meditation. But when I can get Donald Trump away from this and concentrate on those three groups and what they're doing, then I clear my mind up and I'm ready to march and move forward. Lenny.
Well said. And I don't know if one other group that you forgot to mention that plays a big integral part in Donald Trump and his way of thinking, his way of life, is the Federalist Society, led by Leonard Leo.
Okay.
Now, their main goal is to get judicial nomination into the courts, sitting on the bench, the federal judges and Supreme Court. Leonard Leo has been instrumental in picking the last few Supreme Court justices that have been put on the bench by Donald Trump.
Okay.
And I guess that would lead me into my segue about the Supreme Court real quick.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that we talked about off the air that struck me. I thought about this last year when the Supreme Court was debating whether a president had unlimited powers in their official active duties. And that debate went on back and forth. And at that time, Joe Biden was still the president of the United States. Now, what I'm going to say is going to be, I just want you to listen. Might be a little controversial, but I think if you think about it and step back, Democrats missed a golden opportunity to stay in charge. So this whole deal that the Supreme Court was debating last year about whether Donald Trump could be held accountable for his actions when he was president and when he wasn't president, that he would have unlimited powers to do anything he wanted to do as long as it was in an official capacity. So with respect to the Supreme Court saying that he would be immune from criminal liability for his official acts and is absolutely immune from most of them, from the core of it, including his ability to use the Justice Department to obstruct and detour. All right. So July 1st, 2024, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of not only Donald Trump, but any president that held office, that they could act in a way where they would be absolved from any responsibility, any prosecution of doing whatever they wanted to do. Basically gave them unlimited powers to do what they wanted to do. And so while the media was focused on, that's a win for Trump. Trump going to get in there, he's going to do what he want to do. We won't be able to stop him. The Supreme Court just gave him the upper hand. And so I listened to this. I listened. I said, wait a minute. Am I missing something here? Am I not? Listen, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but all right, I get dull sometimes. But one thing I do know, I can read the room. So everybody was talking about Donald Trump is going to have unlimited powers to basically do what he want to do with no consequences. But yet Joe Biden was still the president. So
Right.
if the Supreme Court said that it was okay for Trump, it was okay for any president, Joe Biden had an opportunity to do a lot of things. And let me say this here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a way, that ruling was given to Joe Biden on a platter. That was an underhanded way for the Supreme Court to give unlimited powers to Joe Biden so he could deal with Donald Trump.
Right.
Joe Biden had the opportunity to arrest Donald Trump because he was a criminal,
Yeah.
get him off the ballot because he was a felony. He was a felon.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Have all his cases expedited quicker than normal. Put him up on the house arrest. All right. Seize his assets.
Mm-hmm.
Everything within his official capacity as president. He was the chief commander of the military. He was the chief law enforcement officer. So this was a way. I don't look at this ruling as it was given to Donald Trump. Okay. This was given to the Democrats and Joe Biden to basically stop Donald Trump from becoming president. See, you got to understand something. People will give you a gift. A lot of times they give you something with the sleight of hand behind your back.
Right.
Like nobody's looking at slip. You ever slip somebody something real quick?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, they slipped it to them. They gave us an out. They gave the country an out. All Joe Biden had to do was use it. All right. This was a way to stop Donald Trump from ever becoming president, because the backlash would have been, oh, if we rule against him, then they're going to say we're playing favorites. So let's make this ruling where we're gonna give him the authority, but knowing that Joe Biden is still the president.
Mm-hmm.
So let's let Joe Biden deal with it, and there's nothing that anybody can say because we already ruled on it. If Joe Biden want to have him locked up, that's within his preview.
Right.
If Joe Biden wanted to seize all his assets and say he can't run because he's a threat, a direct threat to the country and to the world, he could have done that.
Yeah.
So the Supreme Court, for all that we bashed them for, gave this country and Joe Biden a way out.
An Easter egg. Gave an Easter egg, right?
Yeah.
Literally an Easter egg. This is I mean,
think about it, folks.
Yeah, this is, to our listeners, anybody out there in general, what Lenny just said was literally mind-blowing. He introduced this to me in a production meeting a week or so ago, and I told him, I said, you need to introduce this to the world on the podcast, because I had to think about it, because I have really bad thoughts about the Supreme Court, some of the people on the Supreme Court right now, for what they've done with this immunity situation. But Lenny broke it down and said, when it's true, this immunity was given when Joe Biden was our president.
Yes.
Joe Biden could have extinguished all that we know about Donald Trump. We would not be dealing with what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
But Joe, and I hate to say it, chose to do what Michelle said and go high.
Yeah.
Instead of going lower with the low.
Right.
Along with Merrick Garland, who I think also did as well. And we chose to go high, and as we went high, they got up under us, and just until they went so far up on us, like when you're sweeping dust and dirt into a dustpan, you get up under that dirt. You know how you do it, Lenny? You get up under that dirt. You got to get up under it, and then throw it out, and that was it. But we had a chance, as Lenny said, and I asked him, I said, I said, how do you think that the Chief Justice, why would he do that? And then I started thinking, maybe as right wing as they are, and some of us would say as bad as some of them are, maybe they just didn't want to deal with the foolishness,
That's right. Let me
and
let
they
me
and
read
they
this real
and they
quick.
were given an out.
Yeah,
You know?
let me read this to you real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
So, for the first time in history, the courts placed presidential sustainability above the law. It ruled that former president and presidents in the future cannot be prosecuted for deploying Justice Department officials to pursue his or her own criminal ends. And with respect to other presidential actions, it announces presumptive immunity. It offers only a vague and unworkable standard that is likely to mar the case against any president for years of litigation without holding him accountable for any kind of conduct. Wow. Joe Biden, it was given to us. It was given to Joe Biden on a platter. They slipped this to him. They slipped it to him. I don't think anybody saw this.
This is. I think we were so wrapped up in the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Justice John, what's his name?
Roberts.
Roberts, Justice
Yes.
John. I think we were so wrapped up into him and Kavanaugh and Amy
Yes.
Coney and the ones who were voting right that we didn't really think this far out.
No.
I don't know if we go as far out and say that did they even think about this?
I don't think
or
they
was it
I
even
don't, I'm
thought
not saying
about?
that. Listen, this is just me with my pea brain thinking like, okay, knowing what I know as living on this earth for a while, knowing that if somebody slip you something and walk behind you and put something back in your hand, and you look at it, hey, we need you to do this. Take care of this for us. I'm giving you the opportunity. You won't be held liable. I don't care what the people say. You're immune from prosecution. Lock his ass up. Seize all his damn assets. Get rid of this guy for us. Because if you don't, it's going to be hell to pay. But Joe,
So, Linda, you think that even as, like I said, what we've been thinking about the Supreme Court in doing this, when you break it down, they did this before Trump got into office.
he did this before he got into office.
So it looks like they are trying to keep the professional decorum that we've always known or thought about the Supreme Court.
Right.
But at the same time, we were angry with them for what they did. But then we think about it, they didn't do it for him.
No, they did not.
Joe
do it for him.
Biden was president.
What's the famous words that what's the words that Fred Sanford used to say to Lamont? You
What's
big dummy. We gave it to you.
Oh man,
You had a chance to get rid of this jackass.
You know,
You'd be saddled with all this mess. You wouldn't have the Cash Patels and the Pete Hegseth and the Tulsi Gabbard and the Pam Bondis and all these jackasses running the government.
and somehow I do, and I believe in what you're saying. Somehow I believe in what you're saying because you look at all these justices. They started out, you go way back. They started out with their aspirations to become lawyers. They went to college and then they went to law school and then they made it to the Supreme Court. And as bad as we want to think that they may be, but you're holding the law of the land for the most powerful country in the world. So you don't have time for foolishness. So you got to think, even in what we might think, we relate them to him.
Right.
But when you do the numbers and go back technically, this was given to Joe Biden first.
Yes.
Joe could have extinguished Donald Trump and all of the Trumps and all of this crap, man.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
This is just. Can we go back? Can we go to a time machine?
It's like on a Friday night or Saturday, your daddy slip. You going out, but your daddy slipping the car keys. He telling you, "Hey man, go out there and do your thing. Hang out a little bit. You got the car.
Yeah.
Hang
Yeah.
out. All right.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So, and put a 20 in your hand too.
Put a 20 in your
you know,
hand.
back back in the day, the 20 was 20 meant something back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Put
back
the
in
car
the
keys
day.
in 20 in your hand. Say, there you go. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And that's what it was. And you ain't gonna turn around and say, "Oh, what this for, Daddy?" Man,
You just
you
gonna go out
don't
and
get
do what
out of
you gotta
here.
do.
I'm trying to tell you something. Your mama don't know about it. Get your ass out of here, boy.
Get on out of here.
Oh, you got the kid. I put $20 in your hand. Do what you do.
You got a full tank of gas.
Go enjoy yourself.
What you do?
Joe
Do what
Biden,
you
we're
do.
giving this to you. I know what it looked like. See, I know the media thing is for Donald Trump, but we put this in your hands, son. Get rid of this clown. Get rid of this guy.
Get
You got the
rid
power.
of this poison.
And see, we got you covered because we already ruled on it. You the president.
Get
What
rid
you
of this
say goes.
poison.
We done gave it to
rid-
you.
Man, that is just
Think
that's
about it, folks. Think about it.
that's just profound, but at the same time, it's upsetting, man. It's because if this is up, because we literally had a chance to extinguish Donald Trump from the USA. Period.
Yes.
Dealings, just in the business of this country, we had a chance.
Yes.
But you look and you think, was Joe being, with his administration, was he being led, I mean, come on, it's got to be somebody in there that's thinking like you here on this one.
I would hope somebody went to him.
And they got shot down probably in a committee
could've.
meeting. Like, no, we can't do that. That wouldn't be right. We got to go high. We got to go, what?
Yeah.
That is, I tell you, you need to do it. You need to write a book on that, man. You need to write an essay. Yeah, I'm serious, man. You need to write it. You need to do on your Substack. You need to do something on your Substack, man. And just write that down and see how the world would have been right now.
Yes.
Had this taken place, we wouldn't be
Yes.
sitting here talking about the United States bombed Iran last week and blah 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 blah. We would be sitting here gloomy every day, man.
Yeah, you wouldn't be
Gloomy,
sitting there
freaking
watching 50-year-old
gloomy.
men get attacked at Home Depot and IHOP.
Oh
with a
man,
weed whacker.
oh man. That gentleman, that gentleman there has been a United States citizen for 30 years. I know you're talking about. I can't think of his. But I can't think of his last name. A Mexican gentleman who has 3 sons
And a Marine.
that are Marines. 2 are still enlisted. 1 is a veteran. I heard the oldest one, who's a veteran, now he's out. They interviewed him, and he kept his composure, just as professional as he could be. And I'm listening to this, Glennie, and I'm sitting there saying, if that had been my daddy, I'd be looking for all of them.
Oh yeah.
I'd be looking
hell
for
yeah.
all of them. They asking him. They said, he said, my dad is still locked up. We don't know when he's coming. He said they claimed he was trying to attack him with a weed whacker, and they started, I guess, punching him in his back and something like that. And I'm listening to this man, and I'm just steaming.
Yeah.
At work.
Because you check this out. When you using a weed whacker, you got your head things on because you're trying to keep the sound from. You got your headphones on, okay?
Yeah.
Your earbuds or whatever. And all of a sudden you look up, some people running at you. What's your natural reaction? To get away, to hold up what you got in your hand, to use it as a weapon.
To defend yourself.
But they beat the hell out of that man. They beat him in his head.
And if y'all just listen, this is ICE that we're talking about. We kind of moved into this really quick, but this is ICE that we're talking about.
Well, we don't know if it was ICE.
Okay, well,
We don't know if it was
supposedly ICE.
He's just some guys with run up in the police uniform start beating the hell out of this guy. All right.
Well, these guys here they looked like they were coming out of the desert from Desert Storm.
Well, they could order it off Amazon.
They're covering their face.
Yeah.
They don't want to be seen. And I'm listening to this young man talk about his dad. Just as he said, just professional as he could be. He said, Amy, what's her name, asked him. He said, their professionalism wasn't blah blah. I'm sure, and I'm just saying, man. And I know his brothers that are still enlisted Marines. Yeah. I know they're steaming. It got to be steaming.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's just that. Yeah. Now that's empathy. And I'm not patting myself on the back, but if anybody's trying to figure out what we talk about them, I don't know this man. I don't know but somehow I feel being a military family and having, son that's retired out of the military, and it's like a family. And I just, man, why am I so angry? And they say this guy, hardworking guy, he's like 150, 160 pounds.
Yeah.
At the most. And it was like 6 or 7 of whoever, what they were on him.
Fat asses.
Yeah. And the son said, my dad he's never been arrested.
Yeah.
He has no record. He's been in this country 30 years. He's worked hard. He's provided for his family. And man, I lost it, man. I was just eating lunch and I'm listening to this because I'd heard a little bit of something about it yesterday, but listening to his son talk. Yeah, man, that is just.
Listen.
But going back to what you were saying on it, we could have been. None of this could be happening right now.
Yeah, this could have been nipped in the bud. This could have been handled.
Nipped
all right?
in the bud.
And I gotta put it squarely on Joe Biden. Biden.
Yeah, you gotta put it where it is. Put it where it is.
He moved too slow. Slow Joe. I ain't gonna call him Sleepy Joe, but he was Slow Joe. He didn't read the tea leaves. He couldn't read. He couldn't see. Listen, this is where you gotta have a little street smart come in. Okay, street smart. This is where you gotta learn to play the dozens. Okay. Hey man, I'm gonna slip this thing to you. I'm walk behind you. I'm gonna slip this to you. All right. Mm-hmm. And you got to know. You look over, you see the Joker nod at you. That's what the Supreme Court did. They they gave a wink. But you still looking oblivious like, huh? What would it be? Huh? What would that be? They give you a nod in a week. We'll say, we got you, Joe. We got a law passed already because if any heat come down, we're gonna take it for you. We already say, hey, you are absolved from any prosecution. Do what the hell you want to do to this guy. We got you. Because Trump it was July the 1st, 2024, you had months before the election, but the damn media, they was like, oh, well, Trump going to be able to do what he want to do. He going to do this, Trump going to do that. Damn it, Trump was the president. He going to do a damn thing.
Can't do nothing. It's after you brought this up, last week, like I said, our production meeting, it gave me a different thought about the Supreme Court that I've been wanting to have anyway. I know we're different parties, different beliefs, but I still look at them as the highest court in the land, and you're looking at the professionalism that and I'm saying, how could these people, and we say it every day, how could any of these people that we're talking about now let someone like Donald Trump bring them down?
Yeah.
And when I say that, you can I always talk about, you can read his niece's book and see when I say that, you can see the kind of person he is, the kind of person he's been since he was a kid. And to have someone as low and just as he is to bring you down.
Right.
You wonder, you say, how can Justice so and so and Justice, how can they be listening how can they be siding with this guy?
Yeah.
And when all along, like when he was saying, maybe they just wanted to get rid of him. You know, just get him out of our hair, And they gave Joe Biden that out.
Yeah.
They gave him an out. And he and his staff didn't take it
No, they didn't.
because we were trying to be high when they were going low.
Yeah.
And we can bring up different names, but I think Hillary Clinton would have gotten rid of him really quick if she was president. It would have been a no-brainer.
No brainer.
I don't think it would have been a hesitation, but yeah, we had the opportunity to rid ourselves of this man that has done nothing but cause pain and just confusion
Yes.
to the country in general and to a lot of folks personally. I mean, a lot of people in therapy now that they weren't in therapy, they having breakdowns, they're doing, and I'm talking about the people who didn't vote for him. Because the people who did vote for him, and those of you who are listening, I don't care about you. I'm gonna say it like that. I really don't care what kind of breakdown you're having. You deserve it. And you need to go through whatever it is. I'm glad you're listening to us. If you are, maybe you'll learn something. But I'm not talking about you this time. I'm talking about the people who didn't want him there, who were having breakdowns, who are having mental breakdowns, who they family problems now. They're drinking more than they did. They're having problems because of you.
Yeah.
You people who voted for it. You people voted for this lunatic. This lunatic, a goddamn lunatic.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
Totally.
I don't understand.
Exactly.
I don't know. Lynn, what's help me out? I'm just like, man,
Well,
this drains me, man.
The thing is that when a person like this carries on like Trump, it's not going to end well for him. Let me just say that. Because you cannot continue to put out all the hatred, all the bad vibes, all the discouragement, all what he's putting out as a good long-term friend used to say of mine used to say, all that talkery.
Yeah.
That he's putting out.
Talkery.
Okay?
Yeah.
So listen, I don't think it's going to end well for him, but we got to put up with this crap. All right?
Straight up.
And it's
crap,
sad
straight
because, as you alluded to, Joe Biden, you had the opportunity. You had the goose with the golden egg in your hands, and you let it slip away.
Is there any way?
Yeah.
Is there any way you think we could find out if this came? I mean, I know we can go back in records. We'd have to search to see if this came up in a committee meeting, because everything is recorded.
Yeah.
I mean, just it takes some looking, some time. Maybe we can get some researchers, some interns or somebody. If anybody wants to be an intern,
I'm sure somebody had to think about it. Maybe they were too scared to bring it up.
This is, I mean, I kind of thought And I'll be honest. When I do remember, I can honestly say I do remember this did come out before Donald Trump became president. Now, and I'll be but honestly, but after that, I give you the credit on this profound thought of that. This what we're talking about now, because that was I never thought about that. So you know, so that is, and it makes you now. It makes you more. Actually, you made us more upset.
Right.
You bringing this up now because it's like you know. I don't know. It's this is very profound thought in your research. Lenny puts a lot of research into the show, and it shows. And we appreciate his knowledge on bringing this out because this will be a record, a permanent record worldwide, because we are worldwide. So
Yes.
this is really. I'm just shaking my head right now. I know y'all can't see me, but I've been shaking my head for the last 15 minutes. Just like, dang,
Yes.
I don't know. But that kind of brings us into something I wanted to close. Unless you got something else on this one, you got
No,
something
no, that's
else.
it, bro. That's it, bro.
That brings us into something I wanted to close out on here, which kind of relates to what we've been talking about and something I've wondered about and something that somebody even asked me about the other day. And I thought about it, did a little research on it. And, we've been talking about Donald Trump has the immunity, the immunity, the immunity. That's all, we would say he has immunity. Well, this came to my mind as when somebody brought it. I said, let me do some research on it because I've been thinking about the same thing myself. And what came to my mind is, okay, if he has immunity and he's not able to carry out these things literally himself, there's got to be other people, right, that are carrying out this this corruption. So I kind of put a couple of things together, and what I came up with is, and the person asked me, said, can members of Donald Trump's administration who do not have immunity, can they absolutely be prosecuted in the future if there's evidence that they knowingly broke laws or committed corruption? So the answer in researching this is yes, members of Donald Trump's administration who do not have immunity can absolutely be prosecuted in the future if there's sufficient evidence that they knowingly broke laws or committed corruption while serving in government roles because they do not have immunity. And this is how it goes. No blanket immunity for staff or cabinet members.
Well, let me add this caveat.
Okay, go ahead.
If they are acting under his orders for his official capacity, he can give them immunity by pardoning them.
Well, see, we're going forward to where he won't be the president. So that's what I'm saying. Let me tell you, this is if sufficient evidence that they knowingly broke laws, and we'll add your caveat in there, a plus to your caveat, with Donald Trump not being the next president. Okay, and that's what we said. There's no blanket immunity for staff or cabinet members, unlike a sitting president who has some protections due to the Office of Legal Counsel's opinion that a sitting president cannot be criminally prosecuted while in office. Cabinet members, advisors, and other officials do not have automatic immunity. They can be investigated and prosecuted during or after their government service. And prosecution depends on evidence and political will. So if evidence shows that someone knowingly broke laws, example, obstruction, fraud, misuse of government funds, violating the Hatch Act, etc., they can be prosecuted. Prosecutors often wait until someone leaves office to avoid the complications of prosecuting active officials. Examples of past prosecutions. Trump's associates have already faced legal consequences. Steve Bannon, charged and convicted for contempt of Congress. Peter Navarro, convicted for defying a subpoena. Michael Flynn, Paul Manafort, and Roger Stone faced charges, though some were pardoned. These cases show that members of a president's orbit, their surroundings, their people, their cronies, are not shielded from accountability. Future investigations are very possible. If a new administration or a DOJ takes a stronger stance on accountability, investigations could reopen or expand. Statutes and limitations vary, but many federal crimes can be prosecuted years later, especially if cover-ups or conspiracies are involved. Congressional and civil liability as well. Even if no criminal charges are filed, officials can be called before Congress, face civil suits for damages or constitutional violations like those under the Ku Klux Klan Act used in the January 6th civil cases, be barred. They can also be barred from future office under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment if proven to have engaged in insurrection. So in looking at this, the staff that is actually leading the charge of this lunatic, they can and will, I feel, go be investigated. And I honestly, I think people have had enough, really, of this confusion. And I even believe there's some people out there who are now, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They say, "Hey, I voted for that jackass, and I'm just really, really sorry I did, and I'm not going to do it anymore. And I'm going to do all I can to make sure this poison is erased and eliminated from our country." I believe some of those people. I believe people are coming out now, and they're gonna be on a charge because if we can't get him, we're gonna get somebody. We're gonna somebody right now, and let me tell you, they're scared. They are scared. They know they're willing to put it. You said something last week. They're willing to put on the line and blasé about this and that. They are scared. They know when power changes hands, and it will, a lot of them are going to get got. And they are nervous right now. They might not show you, but Kristi Noem, Tulsi Gabbard, some of them are getting it now. Hegseth, all these guys. And I truly believe this.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to bring it really, it's my opinion, to justice is when they get voted out. And I got to go back to the Supreme Court ruling. Gave the president immunity, and all the president has to do is give his staff immunity, pardon for whatever crimes they may have committed, knowingly and unknowingly. And I think they're in the clear because of that.
They're not going to, Lenny. They're not going to get it. Lenny, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. I'm telling you, they're skating along, surfing along. So like Dad's been used to say, wild and free. Yeah. They're surfing along so wild and free right now. They're not thinking that they're going to be out of there one day. Trump is going to be out of there one day, and we're going to have a new. And I go as far as say I'm looking. If it was AOC could be my president. Now we're going to get somebody progressive in there, and they're going to put some foot in some behinds. And that the immunity thing is there, but they're not thinking about that right now. You even said earlier, they're reckless. Yeah. They're not thinking about this. If they are, they're thinking they're scared because they're scared of him. They're scared they're gonna lose that job, you're gonna fire him. So they're not gonna bring that up. And you know he ain't thinking about that. And his real heavy duty cronies, they don't care about them, but we're gonna get them too. We're gonna get all of them. We're gonna get Stephen Miller. We're gonna get what's the other guy that's the I was telling you about in this that helped write this Project 2025. We're gonna get all these people.
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel. We're going to get. They're not thinking about what I just said just now. I guarantee you, they're not thinking about it. They're not thinking because Trump will not be there. And one of the guys, who was it, Bob Susker, John Fuchs, they were talking about. He said, "Man, he ain't even going to make it 2 years. He won't make it 2 years."
Hope you're right.
And
Hope they're right.
and that was just something they were talking about. But he's definitely not going to be in there. So somebody has to be held accountable. That's just like in criminal work. If during a felony commission of a murder, if the actual shooter is unable to stand trial because they may have been eliminated, or they may be on the run, the next person who was with the accessory will stand trial as the murderer, even if he didn't pull the trigger. And that's what these people are. They are accessories to this crap,
Yeah.
and they're gonna get got. You will, and I hope somebody's listening who knows them. I hope you're listening. We're gonna get you. We will. Our good people in this country who believe in this country, we're going to get you for following a jackass, for having the deranged feeling in your mind that you hate so much you have to be you don't care about him. None of y'all don't care about him. You just used him to get there, and he didn't have enough sense to know that. As soft as his feelings are. You don't know these people don't like you, man. Everybody sit him down. Trump, do you know these people don't like you? They don't care about you. They using you too. They don't care about you.
No, they don't.
So anyway, we're gonna get some justice, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna get some justice, and that's pretty much. This has been a one hell of a show, a heavy show. I'm serious. It's just thinking about what you said. It's that's been weighing on me, because we could have stopped this. We could have put a stop to this insanity.
We could have put a foot in his ass.
I see people online just crying, man. They people just good people. And the bad stuff ain't even happened yet. This make it what great bill, whatever that crap, that hadn't even come out yet.
Yeah,
And it's
big,
just
beautiful bill.
people just man, they just don't know what to do. And they came out with that ruling last week with the transgender kid won't be able to get any care, the care that they were getting, I guess, during the transition.
Yeah,
they just put a stop.
When they go to transition, that stops.
They just stopped that.
That was a Tennessee ruling that they took that to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And the Supreme Court ruled in Tennessee's favor.
And they just stop it. And is it final also that transgender has been eliminated from the military? Did that go through? Is that final?
They have until July the 12th, if I'm not mistaken.
Of this year?
Yeah. To out themselves. And if they get out, I think they get a nice little bonus. But what?
So we've had 2 blows in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a blow every week.
And on top of that, breaking news, Donald Trump was practically begging over at the G7 for those people to nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize. Go figure.
Yeah, I heard about something
He
like
was
that.
on his knees begging, please, please, please. I want that prize. I can't let Obama outdo me. Y'all gave it
So
to
he's
Obama. Why not give it to me?
so he's going to create a confusion and create obstruction, create a war to say I made it peaceful and then ask for
Right. That's all
the
this
peace
was.
prize.
That's all it was.
That is ridiculous, man. That is it's
All
just
for a piece of tin, a piece of gold, whatever it is. But because the black guy got it, Obama,
the black guy. Yeah,
I want it.
yeah,
I want it. I
yeah,
want him
yeah.
on to be fried
Uh,
too. Big baby.
God, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
This is um
Don't
this
give it to
is
him, folks.
don't
Let him
give in to
suffer.
him.
Let him
Don't
suffer.
give in to him.
He don't
So
deserve
what do we need? I mean, anyway, I mean we can go on about that. I want to ask you about the update on the ICE situation that you gave us last week about you were giving tips and pointers on what people should be doing. And do you have any updates on that, or have you changed any
Well,
of your tactical plans or
I
anything?
would
What do you?
add to that what I told everyone last week. Get you a two-way radios. Get two-way radios for you and your family. Okay.
Yeah, those have
So
been
that way
very
you get
popular.
get two-way radios so you know where they are. Be
Hmm.
aware of your surroundings. Okay. Put cameras outside your home. Put cameras in your car, your vehicles. Okay. Go to the store at night. Don't be around big crowds. All right. Have your neighbors take your kids to school sometimes. All right. Just be vigilant. Watch. Look for any strange cars in your neighborhood. Okay.
Heavy
So they
tinted
coming. They
windows.
coming for you. They coming for you. And for my Hispanic brothers and sisters, hey, we've been through this. We as black people, we've had family separation. So we know what it is. All I can
Whole 100
say,
years.
stay vigilant.
We've been dealing. We say, Lenny, since junior high.
Yeah,
It's been a fight for survival daily.
yep,
Always on the lookout.
yes,
That's the way we grew up,
yes,
and we instilled that in our kids
yes, we did.
to always know what's going on.
You gotta know what's going on. You gotta keep your head on a swivel, people. Listen to me. I'm not on this
Hmm.
airway just talking to be heard. Keep your head on a swivel because they're coming. I'm telling you.
And I mean, construction has stopped
Yeah.
in various places.
Yes.
I believe you mentioned last week the price of tomatoes has
Yes.
gone sky high.
Yes.
Um,
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers,
Yeah.
blueberries. These are things that it's gonna get worse.
Get worse.
Meats. I think you said
Yes.
what guy paid $20 for a pack of
Pack of
what
hamburger.
a pound of hamburgers.
Yeah.
It's like
Pound
two
of hamburger
patties.
meat, man. Who
You
does
know,
that?
Ver- and various places have the prices are varying. It seems like some people are up and some people are not quite up yet, and you don't, and then you check a couple of days later, and like man, the price of this went up, and
Yeah.
it's so you just don't know, and all of this because you hate that some people are here in a land that is not yours,
Yeah.
and they don't look like you, but they're starting to. This is the thing. You're starting to look like them.
Yeah.
because things are getting to be brown and tan and beige.
Yeah.
So that's making some of these evangelicals and hateful hate mongers, they're not liking that.
Yeah.
They're not liking that when they they see their daughter come home with this brown
Yeah.
young man, a
Yeah.
black young man. And that's happening all over.
All
That's
over.
been happening now. That's been going on
Yeah.
for. I mean, I know some people, man, that are pioneering in that. I mean, they need to be an encyclopedia. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh yeah.
It's it is you can't stop it. So, in other words, you pull out this hate,
Yeah.
and you pull out this stuff like this. This guy just, man, I just can't stand the look of that Stephen Miller. I can't stand to look at him. Somebody want to pick up 3,000 people a day.
Yeah.
I bet he won't walk down the street on the sidewalk.
No, he won't.
If you
He won't.
if you so bad, Lenny, right? You're gonna come out
He's a
with
coward.
Lenny.
He's a freaking
Lenny, if you're
coward.
gonna come out with something like that, where you want to pick up 3,000 brown people a day, why don't you walk out on the street
Yeah.
and let everybody know what you want to do?
Yeah.
You think he would do that?
The hell no. He's a coward.
No.
He's staying behind the White House. Okay.
Yeah.
Issuing
Probably in
all these
hiding somewhere.
decrees.
Come out, walk down the street, carry a sign.
Yeah.
Let us know who you are. Stop letting us have to see you on Twitter and bringing up a picture. Oh, this is Stephen Miller. Come out, bruh.
Yeah.
Come out, let us see you.
Stephen Miller is a communist. Stephen Miller was born too late. He should have been born with he should have been working for Hitler. Okay, I'm gonna say
Exactly.
it. That's the type of guy he is. That's the type of
Exactly.
guy he is.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
We just cut to
Just
the
a-
chase with him. He's a
Man,
he's a Hitler lover. That's what he is. He loved everything about Hitler. Okay. So, I don't
Come
care.
out.
I don't care.
Show
what-
your face.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You want to bring out something like that, right? Lenny? Come on, do some seminars,
Yeah.
where you hit all the hotels in the Northeast, Southeast, hit Hilton here. Do some seminars
Yeah.
if you're that bad, right?
Right. But he ain't gonna do a damn thing. As my grandma used to say, please forgive me when I say this. He ain't gonna do a damn thing but sit on his stinking ass and run his mouth. That's all he's gonna do. That's all he does.
That's all he
Push out
gonna do.
decrees, they better do this, they better do that. But when the rubber meet the road, he done but a
Ain't nowhere to
damn
be
coward.
found. Nowhere to be found.
Nah.
Come out and do some seminars. Come out. Let us see you like your lunatic spokesman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only credit I give him. He come out and run his mouth in public.
Yeah. At least he can run his mouth in public.
And they knew that's who they wanted. So the hate mongers who are the authors of this crap, y'all need to come out. Speak to the public.
Yeah.
You feel it, come out and speak to the public. What you say?
I challenge these people just about every day on my social media account.
I know.
And
I know.
I'm going at it hard with them.
I know. You putting in the work. You putting in the work, man. Let him put it in the work.
Because if
He
this had been
puts in
Obama,
work.
if this had been Obama, the
They be
man who
having
carried
it.
himself with dignity and courage. All right. If this had been Obama doing the same crap that Trump is doing, he would have been out of office. They'd have impeached him.
But Lenny, on that note, I go back to the people who put him there,
Yeah.
who I see and those are our white brothers and sisters. That particular, not all of them, but that they are the ones who put him there.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 70 million votes, and they made up how many of those votes? I mean, but we had 90 million people who stayed home, but the 70 million who came out, and from the percentages and the statistics, we knew it was our white brothers and sisters who paved the way to put him there, which many of them now will suffer the horror that will come with some of these things, but rightfully deserved. But they put him there.
Yeah.
And that's something like what you said last week. You said the Democrats didn't put him there.
Nope.
So, I mean, yeah, this is just, it's ridiculous. And I wanted to, that the young man that spoke today, his father was the one that was attacked by this, like I said, I don't even call them, I don't know what they are. Supposedly ICE, but the gentleman's name is Narciso Barranco.
Okay.
Barranco. And he is the gentleman who has raised 3 young men who are all Marines, 2 still enlisted, 1 is retired. And he spoke with such eloquence about his dad and such professionalism. But I know, being a Marine, I know it had to be eating him up. Yeah. I know it is. But he's got the decorum and professionalism. I mean, we know. I mean, we got Marines in our family. I mean, I know he's a Marine. He would. I mean, he was professional, but he would be on a mission for these people the way they put hands on his dad. A man who has no criminal record, never been arrested, paying his taxes to keep this country going.
Yeah.
And these crappy ass Donald Trump followers, sorry, crappy ass people, man.
Yeah.
They're the lowest. They're the lowest in the pits of humanity.
Yeah.
They're in the sewer. They are the sewer.
They are.
To touch and put hands on that man like that.
Yeah.
God, I hope we find them. I hope somebody knows who they are.
Yeah,
it just
they pulverized that guy. They beat the hell out of him. And then when if you saw the last part of the video, when they was putting him in the car, they hit him behind the head with a stick to get him in the car. They flipped him in there. So yeah.
And that's no training. That makes me, that really upsets me there, because I don't care who we think they are. I mean, I know good police officers, family, who have to go through an academy, months of academy, who are martial arts trained to not hurt someone. Because if they would have done that, then I mean, it's just, you can't do that.
No, you can't.
We have bad seeds and everything, but we have good seeds as well. But you can't do that being an officer. You're not trained. Just because you can pull out an AR and put a magazine in it, that doesn't make you an officer. That doesn't make you an officer.
No, it doesn't.
We can do that.
Yeah.
You and I can do that. That's piss poor, man. This country got to do better than that.
Yeah, we do.
This is just piss poor crap. Come on, people. Come on.
Yeah.
You want people to do it, people to entertain you. These people, like I heard a guy say today, these people, when the pandemic hit, kept food on the kept food coming.
Yes, they did.
They kept food coming. They stayed out in these farms, and they kept food coming. They had masks. They said they didn't want to. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
But anyway, Lenny, you got any closing thoughts, man? Before we get out of here.
I think we summed it all up tonight. I really do. I think if anyone goes out here confused or don't have an understanding, then you don't want to understand, because it's plain and simple what you're dealing with, what we're dealing with. Okay, so just take heed to that.
Yeah, and if you continue to support anything of this mess, foolishness is going on, you're a piece of crap. You're a piece of crap. I'm not going to say the other word I want to say, but you're a piece of crap.
Right.
If you continue as a human being on this earth,
Yeah.
you are a piece of
Right.
nasty ass crap.
And one of the things I want to get into next week is the black church, or churches in general, that support this orange buffoon.
Oh man, we can go on with that.
Yeah.
We can go. We can.
But that'll be for next week, or maybe the week after that. But I got something to say about that.
Oh man, I'm right with you on that one. I am totally with you on that one.
I got something to say about the 10 Commandments going up into schools that have been forced on school districts to put up in the classroom. Yeah. So, but I would digress and wait.
Looking forward to that. That should be pretty heated and hot. That will be a heated and hot one. Well, once again, we want to thank all of you for tuning in, all of our listeners and all of our fans out there. Thank you for the subscriptions and the ratings. We really appreciate you. You're helping us move up and gain more prominence in the ratings, and we thank you for that. We got some really good shows coming up for you.
Yes.
For the summer, and as like we said, Stevie Wonder says it's hotter than July, and that's hot because it's hot already. So we appreciate you all, and thank you for tuning in to the Soul of Generation X. Y'all take care out there, stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Take care, folks.
You are listening to the Soul of Generation X, and you can find the Soul of Generation X on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, YouTube Podcast, and wherever you get your podcast. We thank you for tuning in, and please click that subscription button so that you'll be aware of all new shows and updates.